Have you ever felt overwhelmed by things outside your control? Maybe you're stuck in traffic, had a bad day at work, or are dealing with a difficult relationship. These situations often leave us feeling frustrated, helpless, and even anxious. But what if I told you there's a philosophy that offers a different way to handle life's chaos? A way that could help you find peace and clarity amidst the storm. This isn't some new self-help fad. It's a philosophy that's been around for over 2,000 years, Stoicism. Now, I know what you might be thinking, ancient philosophy? Isn't that just a bunch of abstract ideas that don't really apply to real life? Actually, Stoicism is the opposite. It's not about sitting around and thinking about the universe. It's a highly practical guide for living a better life, both in ancient times and right now. Stoicism was founded in ancient Greece around 300 BCE by a philosopher named Zeno of Citium, but it was made famous by Roman philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and even a Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius. But here's the thing. Even though these guys lived thousands of years ago, the challenges they faced, stress, uncertainty, dealing with people you can't stand, are pretty much the same things we deal with today. So how did they handle it? Stoicism teaches one powerful, yet simple idea: you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. And that's where your true power lies. Let's dive into what that actually means and how you can apply Stoicism to your everyday life. Imagine this scenario: you wake up in the morning and your coffee machine is broken. Your phone is buzzing with emails, and to top it off, your car won't start. It's a rough start, right? Most people would let that ruin their entire day. But here's the Stoic approach when something goes wrong. Don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, ask, "What can I do about this?" This shift in mindset is at the core of Stoic philosophy. One of the greatest Stoics, Epictetus, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." So how does this mindset play out in real life? Well, Stoics break it down into three main principles, and these principles form the basis of how they approach life. Principle 1: focus on what you can control. This is the foundation of Stoic thought. You can't control what other people do, you can't control the weather, and you definitely can't control the past or the future. But there's one thing you always have control over: your own actions, your own thoughts. Think about it. How often do we waste energy worrying about things we simply can't change? The Stoics believed that this was a complete waste of time and mental energy. Instead, they focused on what was within their control. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." So, next time you find yourself stressing over something beyond your control, take a step back and ask, is this something I can change? If the answer is no, let it go. You can't change it anyway, so why spend your energy on it? Instead, focus on how you choose to react. That's where your power lies. Principle 2: embrace discomfort. Now, I know that sounds counterintuitive. Who wants to be uncomfortable? But here's the Stoic perspective: life is going to throw difficulties your way, whether you like it or not. You can't avoid challenges, pain, or loss. What you can do is train yourself to handle those challenges with grace and resilience. Seneca, another well-known Stoic philosopher, said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." The Stoics didn't believe in running away from hardship. In fact, they often practiced something called voluntary discomfort. They would intentionally expose themselves to difficult situations, like taking cold showers or fasting for a day, to prepare themselves mentally for the bigger challenges that life might throw at them. The idea is, when you get comfortable with discomfort, you build resilience. You learn to handle whatever comes your way without breaking down. And that's a powerful skill to have in today's world. So the next time you face a difficult situation, whether it's a tough work deadline or a personal setback, try to embrace it. Instead of thinking, "Why me?" think, "What can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger?" That's the Stoic mindset. Principle 3: practice gratitude and mindfulness. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is to recognize the value of the present moment. Stoics were realists. They knew that life is short and unpredictable, and that makes every day, every moment, precious. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on how brief life is in his meditations. He wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Gratitude is key to Stoic philosophy. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, The Stoics teach you to focus on what you do have, and more importantly, to appreciate it fully. They also emphasize the importance of living in the present moment. So often, we get caught up worrying about the future or dwelling on the past, but Stoicism encourages us to live right now. It's about being mindful of the moment, appreciating what's in front of you, and making the most of it. Think about your own life for a second. How often do you truly stop and appreciate the present? Most of us rush from one task to the next without even pausing to take a breath. The Stoics remind us to slow down, to practice mindfulness, and to recognize the value of each moment, because, as they would say, life is fragile. To wrap things up, Stoicism is a philosophy of action, not passivity. It's about taking control of the things you can, letting go of the things you can't, and building resilience through life's inevitable challenges. Whether you're dealing with stress, anxiety, or uncertainty, Stoicism offers a mental toolkit to help you navigate it all with grace and strength. So next time life throws something unexpected your way, remember the words of Epictetus: "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." You always have the power to choose how you respond, and that choice can make all the difference.